Paul Nanos back with you at Fox Sports Radio 1410. And we have special guests in the studio, but needless to say, I'm a little disappointed, I guess, because the play-by-play voice of the New Britain Rockettes, our good friend who joins us all season during the baseball season, Jeff Dooley is here. And Jeff, you promised me last night in the email that Rocky would be here.
Rocky is here. So now we lost him on the way in.
Oh, I
my
see.
goodness!
There's Rocky.
Honest to God, how is that for timing? How is that is perfect radio, Paul.
That is. So did Rocky get hijacked by
not sure. Maybe
95.7 or
he's a country fan, so he could be.
Oh, you went over 925 and did a little country dancing. Now, see, if this was TV, it would work better for us. But Rocky can't speak, right?
Rocky does not speak.
You know what? A lot of people say they wish I couldn't speak sometimes, but unfortunately. And Dills, we're joined in the studio by the Rockettes general manager, Tim Restall. Tim, your first year as GM of the Rockettes last year. I guess welcome to the state of Connecticut. Where are you from originally?
Originally from New Hampshire. I've been down in Connecticut now since May, and living in Rocky Hill and enjoying the Connecticut life.
A little hard-hit New Britain.
Exactly.
Now, you guys are here to, not just to say hello to me, not just because Dooley missed me or anything like that.
It's the holidays. We want to give the wishes to you.
We have some gifts for you.
Did you come here to talk University of Hartford basketball? Is that what you're doing here, Dills?
Hey, we can talk basketball, we can talk football, but it's never too early to talk Rockettes baseball.
Never too early to talk
We're going
Rockettes.
to warm up the winter a
And,
little
of course, the Rockettes being the AA affiliate to the Minnesota Twins, the Twinkies in the news the last 24 hours as they signed former Yankee Phil Hughes to a 3-year, $24 million deal. And again, I can say this because this is not a shot at the Rockettes, it's a shot at Phil Hughes. Congratulations, you guys will have Phil Hughes pitching for you in a few months.
You know, it's funny you say that because you remember 2 years ago when he rehabbed for the Yankees.
Yes.
Remember the Trenton Thunder
Yes.
in New Britain Stadium on his birthday, no less, and had a chance to pitch against the Cats. But, you know, I think it's a good signing. And Terry Ryan, I haven't talked to Terry, but the Twins GM, just reading his quotes in the paper, many felt that if he just got out of the big city, that maybe he's obviously a good pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Twins need some help in that area, so they went out there. And
I think it's a good time because it's a huge ballpark.
It is.
It's a big.
And he's a fly ball pitcher.
He's a fly ball pitcher, and he needed to go. He needed to either go to the Mets, the Padres, or the Twins. I think those are 3 stadiums that really fit him well. Tim, how much do you work in the off season? How much communication do you have with the big club up in Minnesota?
We're actually, next week, we were talking with Jeff Dooley that we're heading down to winter meetings, and we'll meet with the Twins to go over some details for next year. But pretty much, we're on the business side of the baseball, so making sure the facility is clean, that the fun entertainment, the in-between inning promotions, that's the area that we really focus on.
And bringing, guys to do home run derbies, I don't know if you were there.
That's where I remember you from.
Oh, he matched.
Yeah.
He matched.
I showed up at the competition last year. Really, I mean, Jay Crawford from ESPN likes to say he won, but I believe his bat was corked.
Was that before or after the security guard took you out the field?
All right, so you guys are here with a little announcement that you're making right here on Fox Sports Radio 1410 for the first time. If you know what, if we were a big time organization, we'd have a drum roll ready for you. But I'll just give you the.
Go ahead.
Oh, Rocky's playing the drums.
Rocky's going to do it.
A new alternate logo for the New Britain Rockettes, and we'll put the picture up on our website, foxsportsradio1410.com. Keyword Paul in a little while. But right now, it's basically Rocky. How can I best describe this?
He's on stage, right, in a metallic red.
In an Elvis-type jumpsuit with the NB around his waist, like the WWE Championship belt, singing into a baseball bat. Does that mean Rocky's coming after your job, Louis?
I don't know. I did not think of that. It could be.
So this will not be. You're still going with the classic Rockettes. This is the alternate.
This
logo,
is
right,
one of
Tim?
our alternate on-field hats that we'll be having this year, and it's actually very unique. We had it designed from Brandios out of California, and it's the first hat in all of baseball to have metallic thread for on-field hats. So we're excited about that to have that for this coming 2014 season.
It's a very cool-looking logo. You listen to the Paul Nanos Show on Fox Sports Radio 1410, joined by Jeff Dooley, the play-by-play voice of the Rockettes, Tim Restall, the general manager of the Rockettes, and of course, you can hear him in all his glory, Rocky, who's just waving and having fun with us here.
Posing for photos.
As he always does. And you guys, it's not just about logos and winter meetings. You're doing things for the fans, too, right?
Yeah, and this Saturday, Paul, hopefully you can make it down to the annual Winter Fest at the ballpark from 10 to 2. And a lot of free activities for the kids. If, hopefully the weather is going to be okay. It's an outdoor event. but we will have something up in the suites where kids can make crafts. But Tim, you can elaborate a little bit more on some of the activities, but basically there'll be terrific holiday sales in the store, chance to come down and get merchandise, and a chance to take a peek at the new logo as well.
Absolutely. We're going to have s'mores for the kids to make. There's going to be crafts. There's going to be a face painter, all things around the holiday time for families to do.
Now, you guys, how much time is spent in the offseason coming up with the in-between inning stuff, the promos? I mean, you guys had a couple of last year that went viral, basically. I mean, between the Santa uniforms, which may have been one of the biggest things I've ever seen coming out of minor league baseball, and the whole fake proposal type thingy that we had going on there. Who's getting proposed to this year? Can you give us a clue, a hint as to some of the bigger deals this offseason?
We've been working on another uniform. It's not going to be a Santa uniform, but we'll be able to release that later on as we get closer in the season. But really, it's letting the staff have their creative juices flowing and coming up with ideas that we can just make people say wow when they come to New Britain Stadium.
The Santa uniforms are great.
That was pretty cool.
Were you surprised that got as big as it did? I mean, that everyone picked up on that. I mean, no matter from coast to coast, from whatever website you're on, hey, look at this minor league baseball uniform. You click on and boom, it's New Britain Rockcats.
I think I was the first week on the job, and they came in and said, hey, we want to do this shirt. And, and of course, being a new general manager, you always want to try to find the answers to say yes. So I'm looking at it, and I said, why not? So I asked Jeff Smith, and he said he loved it. And all of a sudden, we wore it that day, and then social media picked up on it, and it ran like wildfire.
Now, the proposal, did that go as well as you thought it was going to go?
It was big.
It was
big.
It was big.
It was big. I had the producer for the Today Show calling me, and I said, wow, finally they're inviting me to New York City. And it wasn't for me, Paul.
It wasn't for you.
It was not for me.
Well, Good Morning America might call Sam Champion.
There we go.
Maybe there's a position.
That would work as well. What was amazing, though, is in other countries, too. I mean, we have media requests. People just wanted to know, if they could show the video, if we would give them permission to show the video.
And, of course, you said, yes, please, thank you.
Absolutely. That's Rockcats, capital R.
Yes, mother may have another. Thank you very much. Talk to me a little about the returning play. Do you know yet what your roster will look like?